Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining GEG Nagoya for Moonlight Sessions number 5. Minasan, Moonlight Sessions 5回目ようこそ。Tsukunie, turn it over to you.
はい、今日は5月の、満月の夜で会いましょうです。今日は皆勤食の日で素敵な満月の夜ですが、名古屋はちょっと曇って見えませんがということですが、今日も一日よろしくお願いします。
Welcome to the 5th Moonlight Sessions for GEG Nagoya. This is a special Moonlight session that we have a full moon. Unfortunately, we can't see it in Nagoya because it's cloudy. We'll all have to stream it later online.
Okay, so let me share the slide deck here, folks, and then we'll get going.
じゃあ、まず GEG についてお話をします。すいません。
はい、今、シェアしてます。
はい、じゃあ今日の内容。はい。じゃあまず私から。今日は、野沢和則先生に、ビデオプロジェクトとその有効性っていうことについてお話をしていただきます。その後、私たちリーダー3人がデモスラムをします。そして次回のイベントっていう順番です。よろしくお願いします。
This evening, Professor Kazunori Nozawa will be talking about using video projects and evaluating their effectiveness. And then the three of us, the leaders, will be doing a demo slam. And then we'll be talking about future events. So stay tuned for that.
では、まず GEG とはということでお話をします。
And we'll tell you a little bit about Google Educator Groups.
GEG 名古屋のイベントとしては、オンライン、今はコロナ禍でちょっとオンラインばかりですが、オンラインのワークショップ、あとエドキャンプ、あとパブナイトから、Google の認定教育者レベル1の勉強会、それからまた GEG 名古屋アジア地区のイベントに参加をしています。
So what does GEG Nagoya do? We do lots of things. We do online workshops. We've done education camps, ed camps. We've had pub nights. We have an online one coming up. We've had study groups to become Google certified. And we take part in all Asia GEG events.
And you can see by the map that we have Google Educator Groups in 31 out of 47 prefectures. Percentage-wise, we think it's probably the most around the world. Definitely the most GEGs in Asia, I do believe. 地図を見ると、31都道府県でGoogle Educator Group があります。And we do a number of different things. You can see in the left image, that's EdCamp. And in the middle, like you're doing now, we're on YouTube live, and we do this every month. And on the left, we have thematic events. We do things like student voice, video in the classroom, and like our Moonlight Sessions tonight. 左目の写真から、それはエドキャンプのイベント、いろんな人がいろんな教育の立場からなんか集まっていろいろ話しました。で、真ん中の方はオンライン。やっぱり毎月オンラインワークショップとかセッションとゲストスピーカーというイベントを行いますけど、右側の方にはテーマに関してイベントを行って、生徒の声とか授業でビデオの使い方とか自分のウェブサイトの作り方、いろいろやりますので、ぜひぜひウェブサイト見て参加してください。
はい。じゃあ、GEG 名古屋にどうやって参加するかって言いますと、まずはホームページを見てください。メールを待っています。また、Twitter、Facebook でGEG 名古屋をフォローしてください。そして GEG 名古屋のイベントに参加してください。また GEG APAC の情報も流しますので、それにもぜひ参加をお願いします。
So how can you participate? You can contact GEG Nagoya if you have ideas or you're interested in anything. Contact us let us know. You can join us on Twitter, on Facebook. Please come and present at our events. You don't have to be an expert. Anyone can come and share what they've learned and experienced. And also you can join GEG APAC events. We kind of share across all Asia, like I said before, in Japanese, English, other languages. We kind of share our knowledge across a broad area.
ソーシャルメディアでは、@GEG 名古屋、facebook.com、GEG 名古屋で、ウェブサイトが簡単で、GEG 名古屋 .com. So there's our social media and our web links, folks. Please get in touch. And coming up on July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, we have an event on YouTube. We will have at least 10 different languages presenting over 3 days. You can find us if you Google GEG Asia Pacific Connect, you will find us. 7月2日、3日、8日、GEG APAC Weekend というイベントがあって、YouTube でいろんな先生方が発表したりして、たくさんの勉強になると思いますので、ぜひぜひ、ウェブサイトを見て参加してください。
よろしくお願いします。はい、じゃあ、今夜のゲストスピーカーについてお話しします。
Okay, and now about tonight's guest speaker.
今日の、ゲストスピーカーの方は野沢和則さんです。立命館大学の特別任命教授兼名誉教授です。彼は EFL、English as a Foreign Language ということで、外国の言語の英語、私たちのような人ですね、の英語を学ぶ人とか、それから異文化間コミュニケーションおよびコンピュータ支援言語学習を教えてきました。彼は、カル BL 編集長、コンピュータオンラインによる、雑誌の編集長およびアップルのディスティングイッシュエデュケーターです。
So I'm just going to go quickly through the English. Kazunori Nozawa is especially appointed professor and professor emeritus at Ritsumeikan University. He's been teaching EFL, intercultural communication, and computer-assisted language learning, CALL. He is a CALL EJ editor-in-chief and Apple distinguished educator and the founder of the Japan Association for Language Teaching CALL group, where I met him in 1992 or thereabouts.
Wonderful. で、簡単に今日の内容を説明してください、国枝先生。
今日はその野沢先生からビデオプロジェクトとその有効性ということで、ずいぶん前からコンピューターによる学習支援を行ってきたそうで、その有効性について今日はお話をいただきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
Yeah, wonderful. And Steve, just give us a very brief abstract here, synopsis.
Well, you can read it in the title, the use of visual project-based learning and the effectiveness of project-based learning, recent development, the past few decades of developments and digital advances and what we've learned and what we've applied and where we're going from here, I assume. I'm looking forward to this presentation a lot.
Yeah, myself as well. So we're going to stop sharing our screen here. And we're going to ask Professor Nozawa to please share his screen. Nozawa Kyoju-san, 画面共有してください. And hi, Richard from NADA. And Luke, good to see you over in the Philippines. Yeah, if you're coming to us from wherever you are, folks, say hello, please.
I can't press the share button from here. I don't know why.
You should be able to.
Strange.
Yeah, we did test this out earlier, folks. So, hey, this is the technology, right?
Let me share one more time.
Sure.
Yeah, button is not possible.
Okay. You'll get the sharing within StreamYard down at the bottom underneath where you see all of our pretty little faces.
Yeah, I just pressed that one, but didn't work.
Let's see.
Maybe having issues?
Not sure what it is. At the very, very bottom, it says mute, stop camera mic.
Yeah.
Hey, Jaruni from Thailand.
I'm just share screen. and share screen and
It says it's a button that says share, and then you'll see something that says share screen.
something wrong. It doesn't come out with the pop. I can't press the share screen button. Why?
Okay,
See, that's really strange.
because we did practice.
Yeah, that's right.
Or maybe okay. Try to. All right. I have to choose the file. All right.
Okay, there we go. It's just popped up.
Alright.
All right, good. There
we
go.
go. Yep.
All right, so now you can share that. We'll be good to go. Steve Counier and myself will mute our buttons, and we'll be listening to the presentation, watching, and commenting in the chat. Everybody watching, if you have any ideas, please make your comments, give your suggestions. If you have links, please throw them in. But now we'll turn it over to Nozawa-sensei.
All right. Thank you very much. It's very nice to see you all, and I'm very happy to speaking about my experience about project-based learning, mainly focusing on video projects and their effectiveness or ineffectiveness sometimes. Okay. Just starting with the music is always my preferred style, but we'll move on. Okay, already I was introduced, but I just go over a little bit about my self-introduction first. Then I think most of you understand the project-based learning, but I just briefly explain. And also video project as a PBL, how I conducted and had some kind of result from this style of learning for the students. And I'll be talking about pros and cons about this kind of projects and conclusion, recommendation, and differences in this my stream. And as I was introduced, I'm a specially appointed professor at Ritsumeikan after I once retired from the tenure position. So this is my 5th year and last year. So I'll be completely retired next spring, unfortunately or fortunately. And I have the professor's emeritus status in 2017. And I have been teaching, as I was introduced, in EFL, English as a Foreign Language, and intercultural communication, mainly focusing on nonverbal communication. I'm still give nonverbal communication course in English to undergraduate students once a week now, and I enjoy. Everything is online though at the moment because of the COVID-19 surge. And also, I have been interested in computer-assisted language learning, or now maybe not appropriate term here, technology-assisted language learning, including M-learning or e-learning and so on. And I have been, I collaboratively joined, merged with the Dr. Mike Levy of University of Queensland now, with On-Call of Australia journal. And then it was a paper-based, and I made a computer-assisted language learning electric journal. Since then, I've been co-editor or currently editor-in-chief. So I'm pretty busy for getting manuscripts from all over the world. And recent past few years, maybe more manuscripts are coming from Iran and Midwest area. But also, I have been Apple Distinguished Educator since 2013. And I'm pretty active to use Apple products. And also, global scale of English thought leader. And this year, I was awarded Kahoot Academy Verified Educator. So on. All right. So that's enough. So what is a project-based learning? Of course, like if you go to the website like PBL Works, this is a teaching method actively engaging in real world for students and gives the more personally meaningful project for them. So they can, as a result, they can gain knowledge and skills by working for their own research project. And it must be authentic and engaging and complex question, problem, and challenging, most of all. I like Apple distinguished educators, and we are talking about always challenge-based learning. So challenging is the one of the key words here in project learning. And like Mr. O'Brien, from instructional methodology researcher, he is saying applying knowledge and skills through engaging experience is the most important part of project-based learning. And there are three key words to be in PBL to be meaningful, according to O'Brien. And interdisciplinary it is designed to engage students using real-world problems. And rigorous means it requires application of knowledge and skills, not just recall or recognition. And student-centered, work more independently through PBL process. And the teacher are just a helper to support their what they need. And PBL is a multidisciplinary pedagogical approach, so providing meaningful learning opportunities. And PBL helps, of course, 21st century skills of students needs to succeed. And this is creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, and communication skills. And PBL also provides opportunities to engage students in real-world learning, and also implemented to person in remote learning environment. And speaking of 21st century skills, this is the one from WAC, and critical thinking and collaboration and communication and creativity are defined here, listed up. I don't want to get into too much on this. This is the key concept. And ISTE is one of the famous academic organizations worldwide, and they set up the standards for students. There is another standards for teachers. Every 5 or 6 years they update, and this is the latest one for the students. So what they need to be digital person, citizen, and they have to cover up those points here. And just a little bit about the PBL. There are tons of video project research papers. So I just pick up some here. Kineri and Shunk, well, I can't pronounce well, 2006, mentioned students collaboratively design their own project and produce, evaluated them, and motivated by these processes, and enjoy the unique opportunity to find the voice through their digital video tasks. So it started for a long time ago. Lots of video, of course, from the analog age. In this case, they used the 60 videos to evaluate and write this research paper. And Axel or German Carmen 2014 also mentioned a thing about the positive and neutral perception on the effectiveness of video project assignment in their classes after they did a quantitative analysis of the data. And Sari et al. Recently, 2020, says 6 factors: behavior, competencies, beliefs, environment, identity, and mission. 6 factors influencing their YouTube video project. Of course, YouTube, there are some problems how much you can be accessible. You have to limit the YouTube to protect their privacy, of course. So, but YouTube is, and also the length is probably limited. to upload. So that there are pros and cons, of course, using YouTube, but still YouTube is useful for when you conduct a video project. And they could improvement. They could have the improvement of teamwork skills and also managing stress and also technological ability and creativity, according to their research result. And digital storytelling project is a part of the PBL, and that promote the similar thing, like using a multimedia project. And just a digital story project is something like this, factors influencing digital storytelling. Just to show you the graph like this. And also, just the storytelling process is shown from step 1 to step 8. And this is just, from the Samantha Morer's idea. And what I have done is the 2012 to 2017, most of the cases in English, general academic English classes 1 and 4, upper intermediate level classes, using limited number of iPad I had more than 20, but due to the out of dated iPad, I could not use, or sometimes there are some problems. So mostly around 20, I use that. So I cannot give one-to-one iPad, just maybe other pairs or a small group of 3. They can use the iPad and work with a video program. And this is a kind of trial only in my classes. And within the 15 weeks semester system of EFL classes at my university, there are some breakpoint in the midterm area. Is students getting a little bit tired of using textbook or videos or whatever, so that we have about 4 weeks middle of the semester to give a short-term iPad project. In this case, mostly pairs or a group of 3. And first semester, we try the Japanese Slack, because students have to, they have to have the knowledge and skill about explaining their own culture. So we chose Japanese Slack of whatever they choose, and they summarize the, however, it's more like a sales pitch, and promoting their chosen snacks. And second semester was Japanese drink. So creation of, in this case, is very short, 2 minutes, iMovie. Or later, 2016, 17 is more like an ebook, using a book creator. Or at the beginning, we used a book widget and iTunes University too. Book creator is much easier to use because it's very simple application. And try to encourage students to use the original or royalty-free resources. And peer-to-peer evaluation by using Google Form was used, and always that is counted as a part of the final grade, 20% in this case. And post-survey, I can't show you everything here, but most of them felt very positive about this iPad project and enjoyed their activities, even though the very short term. And this is a kind of pictures they are doing in the classrooms, the pairs, or they seem to be enjoying, right? So, but they were challenging. They don't. Only 1 or 2 students had an iPad at the time, so this is a kind of first time to use iPad in the classroom setting as well. So this is one example they made in 2013, I think, just to show you. I'll skip some. There are lots of English mistakes, but I didn't edit it. Just this is the original. Did you enjoy that? Well, let me hear later after I finish my presentation. So as this is 2018's case, it's individual project in English 6, upper intermediate again, and IM in intermediate class. And students create their own digital storytelling movies. And topics are freely chosen by the students, so I didn't want to control their choice of the topics. The length was about 5 minutes, and submission was they were submitted to the common holder on the university network. So I have the movies are pretty big in size, so that it's easier for them to submit the files from this university computer. And oral presentation to describe the movie, while peer-to-peer versions are done using this time, at that time was CGI I developed, and that was the 40% of the final grade. So it's a big project for the students in this case. And this is just sample, one of them. Okay, time is limited, so I just skip some of them. He's crazy about this kind of thing. But he shot one scene by scene and made this movie. So in this case, he just presented this video movie, created video, and orally explained at the presentation. So his voice was not included in this movie. Yeah, in 2 weeks he made it. See, so this was quite interesting, isn't it? And well, for the past 2 years, because of the most of the classes are given online, still video projects are going on using a Flipgrid. And some of you may not be familiar with Flipgrid. Flipgrid is also free for academic people for the basic version, so that I use that. And topics are selected. I gave some kind of list. I'll show you later, and in the few slides later, then you can understand what kind of topics they have to choose and make the 3 minutes video. This is 104 pre-intermediate level. So their English level is lower than previous years in upper intermediate or intermediate level. But still, they try hard to make their own video on their selected topics. And Flipgrid may be a very good place to upload your video, although the time is only limited to 10 minutes at the maximum for the free version, I think. And also, again, Google Form is used for evaluating those produced videos, and the part of the final grade too. So this is when I gave in 2020. On the left side is a 1 minute video for 5 videos they have to produce at the beginning of self-introduction and as a tryout video creation. Then Japanese culture of anything, and then travel experiences and my favorite TV, radio, YouTube programs, or my part-time job experiences. So that is the 5 videos during the semester they have to submit. And on the other hand, this year, currently I'm doing is just a 2-3 minutes video to make while teaching. This is a listening speaking class of pre-intermediate level. So they have to choose 2 out of these 8 topics and submitted before week 14 for 2 videos or 1 by 1. And they are going to evaluate each other in the classroom time. And or if we cannot, we have to ask them to do from the home, because every videos are available on the Flipgrid site, so they can access from anywhere. And this is the evaluation form of the Google form for final video of the 2020-104 QF class. And just a 5 Likert scale, excellent, good, so-so, poor, inadequate. And this is a current discussion screen shot of Flipgrid. Just 2 classes I'm teaching 104, and 103 is reading writing, so they are not using Flipgrid, and nonverbal communication class here. And just quickly, what's the pros and cons of video projects? And BrainScope Academy's information here. Just any innovative creative model teachers like you guys who are more active in online learning, they have to use it and revolutionize our educational system, especially in Japan, especially secondary school level. Teachers are not really actively get involved with producing, online programs or using online programs much because of the lack of budget, lack of training, and so on. Speaking of the Kyoto prefecture's high school level, one of the teachers who came to postgraduate program, he invited me to give a talk to the high school teachers, and I found out, everything goes to the server of Kyoto Prefectural education center, so that there are some limitations to use internet and so on. So they cannot really provide students the good programs using internet or any technology-oriented language learning. And also, computer rooms are very limited to use, because the science teachers or math teachers are more using that computer rooms, and English teachers are not really, actively get involved with that using computer rooms. And there are some, so pros here is you can now, students, almost 100% of students have the smartphones, so that they can create, edit, save videos using smartphones, or portable PC like iPad or something. Then also you can add audio and visual contents, and that grasp information more, because 80% of us are more visual oriented, or so that the movies are best kind of resource to learn something new, or actually they can enjoy. And the student can, this is a very basic one. 3 is stop, pause, rewind, or edit. You cannot miss anything. You can repeatedly watch videos. And student can also feel accomplishment to remember the good experience, hopefully, or bad experience sometimes. And also, although they are not sometimes easy to create, edit videos unless you have a lot of experiences. So software is an easy one, like a Windows movie maker. That is very simple. If Windows users can use that, or Mac users, iMovies are pretty easy to use too. So it depends on the applications, of course. But if you'd like to make a good video programs, of course, you have to use more Premiere Pro or whatever, much more expensive and good quality of movie editors. And also, building teamwork and the collaborative skills are critical. So you assign students to form the group by themselves is a little bit troublesome sometimes. So I usually randomly assign groups and do the teamwork. Sometimes, if I make the group of 3, one of the members are not really cooperative, or sometimes rely on too much on one of the leaders of the groups. So collaboration, however, it comes very basic and also very important for this kind of project. And of course, it takes time to communicate each other and also create movies as a team. And also, we worry about the plagiarism, copying from the other people's text, or part of the using the music, and so that we have to be careful for that kind of stuff. And probably, time is almost 2 minutes to go in my watch to end my presentation. It's very effective, more effective to introduce the main topic first, like Japanese snacks or Japanese drinks. Then they can giving some example subtopics. Like this year, I gave some sample subtopics, and they can choose. That may work better sometimes. And also, it works better with a longer time, at least 3, 7, or 8 weeks to collect the data and make the text. And now grammar is usable for anybody in the academic world freely, so that check the English and import into the movie. And then movie is also edited, taking time to edit it, so that they make a better final products. I tried 2 to 4 weeks, but it's a little bit difficult. So longer time PBL is much more recommended. And teachers, of course, give some kind of model and software, how to use the software, and also ethics, like a plagiarism problem. To avoid that, we have to give some kind of workshops. And also, don't forget to appoint group leaders from each group, so you can communicate more with the group leaders. Of course, group leaders are decided by each group too. And also, like a Creative Commons free resources are available, so that we recommend then students to use that royalty-free resources. So these are references I used this time. So now, question and answer discussion session, maybe. Thank you very much for your listening.
Yeah, Steve Cunier, let's unmute there. We'll take a couple of minutes for Q&A. I had a few, couple of comments on that. First one, I'm a history teacher, so that comment on teaching students copyright-free materials and citing their work, very, very important. So I was glad to see that you got that in there. Gary Garcia made a really good comment. I'm not going to put the banner at the bottom because that'll cut off half your head, but he raised an important point too, is when students are learning to create anything visual, whether it's a video or a photo, teach them the basics of things like photography, rule of thirds, for example, and the framing. For video, audio is even more important than the video, right? So students, for all the people that are watching this, students definitely need that, hey, when you're making your video, think of this, this, and this. Let's practice, right?
Yeah, I agree that. Of course, as we human beings, some people are much better listening, right? 10% are more listening oriented. So they may be more interested in producing podcast stuff or any audio multimedia program, so to speak. So it depends. Students we offer some kind of choices. Students can choose it. And also level or skill of students are different. So always you have to consider the, my students at my university's information science and technology majors. So they're pretty motivated for doing this. But I have now part-time job in a very science college, but the English level is very low. And they are not really motivated for anything. So it's kind of difficult, but you have to provide good video project. Probably they can enjoy it, like focusing on their major, like a science, like a bioscience. Yeah. How, especially nowadays, vaccines or viruses is a main topic. So they may be more interested in learning about it. Yeah,
you mentioned that earlier too. When students have choice, they do become more motivated. I find that with my students, they're international students, and definitely. Steve Cunier, did you have a question or a comment?
Oh, just I like the emphasis on the group learning and the shared skills, and they all come in with different, like you said, some are video oriented or audio oriented, some are good at the computer, some have good deep knowledge about what they want to talk about, and I really like bringing the different ideas together. I think that they learn from each other, and then I often learn from them working together. So I really enjoyed that part.
クニエさん、質問とかコメントとか英語でも日本語でもぜひ。
日本語でしかすいません。とても面白かったです。小学校の教員してるんですけど、なんかそのビデオを作るっていうので、みんながいろんななんか技が、すべての技が技を使って作っていかなきゃいけないから、コミュニケーションとか技術的なことでもなんかすごい面白いなと思ってやってみたいなと思いました。ありがとうございました。はい。
小学校レベルだったらね、多分ジェスチャーを世界のジェスチャーを学ばせるために、はい、それをこうビデオに先生が撮ってあげて、それをこうね、はい、学び合うっていうのもいいかもしれませんね。
はい。なんか なんか使いそうと思いました。ありがとうございました。すいません。
Okay, so Professor Nozawa, do you have a final word as we kind of start winding things down?
Okay, so yeah, well, I just give you the kind of sample of what I have done. There are lots of different kinds of digital projects, so that whatever you are available at your school or working place, you can challenge, and you yourself can be motivator, the educator to promote this kind of project. So it's all up to you, just to challenge it for anything new or whatever you feel useful for your students. So yeah, we have to be a lifetime learner. You have to learn. I'm almost 70 years old now, so but still I'm learning new things, and I'd like to apply anything to be useful for the students. Okay, so challenge yourself. Good luck. Thank you.
That's definitely good final words there. Gary has said he's got, let's see, I'm going to cut some faces off for one moment here. I used to play a short video clip in class and ask students questions like, what captures your attention? Then make follow-up questions to develop critical thinking and explain how it affects our thoughts. A really good idea. Give them a sample, get them to question it, take it apart, make comments, and then that kind of helps build their critical thinking skills. The video clip is called Signs, so perhaps you can find it online or on YouTube. We're going to cut out the demo slams for tonight because we do have a big event coming up in June. So if you can just let us share our screen right here, we're going to start to wind things down with a couple of reminders. Now we're gonna start with this one. Actually, this comes up a little bit towards the end of the deck, but GEG Asia Pacific Connect, APAC Connect. We do have an event coming up. It's called Staying Connected 4.0, the fourth time we've done it, just like this on StreamYard, live on YouTube. Our last event in December 2020 had 12 different languages over 3 days. So please join us for that. ちょっと気にしてほしいことは7月2日、3日、4日にYouTube で12カ国語でいろんな先生たちがアジア地区でそれぞれのトピックについて発表しますので、ぜひぜひGEG Asia Pacific Connect のリンクを見て、日本語もありますから、英語もありますから、いろんな言葉、タイ語とか、フィリピン語とか、いろいろ、ぜひ、見てください。Twitter とか Facebook で発表します。Just wait for this. And so our next event, our next Moonlight Session is an online pub night, 2 hours. We will be asking for presentations, and we will do some demo slams, probably some video-based things to go off of tonight. 6月25日に金曜日、夜8時から10時まで2時間のスペシャルムーンライトセッション行いたいと思います。で、発表者も募集しますので、Facebook とか Twitter でちょっと気にしてください。And again, GEG Asia Pacific Connect in July. Kunie, Steve, do you have any last comments?
今日はとても素敵な夜をありがとうございました。野川先生、ありがとうございました。
Yep. Thank you very, very much. Coming to our very special Moonlight Session. As you say, the full moon, the Moonlight Session. The next one will be 12 years from now. So who knows if we'll be here doing it. Thank you very much. That was really interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. And we'll end the broadcast now. Thank you for your comments, especially Gary Garcia in the Philippines.